I've got some hot tea for y'all. I hope this Thursday night finds you well. Gotta start with a little throat coat. I tell you. Let's start with Ignorant Azalea. Ignorant Azalea claims that her ex, Playboy Carti, isn't present in their son's life. So let me get this straight. A man that refers to himself as Playboy, with an I no less, and the only boys that I know that spell it with the I, and that's an old spelling. That goes back to gay.com. But really, you thought he was going to be a pappy. You see, Azalea, this is what you get for trying to be a black woman for so many years and thinking that you weren't going to have to deal with some of the black woman's plight. Guess you found that out tonight. I say I'm sorry for you, but I'm not. It seems fitting, like your tight-fitting clothing. Fitting and appropriate, but for once, appropriate. In more news that doesn't shock me, in more And the Sky is Blue, Chris Brown and Yella Beezy have been sued for $15 million by a security guard who said he suffered cracked vertebrae in a prison beatdown. If anybody's going to give a prison beatdown, I think it's going to be Chris Brown. I mean, this man can't keep his hands off his women, so I know how he treats his male friends, roughly and toughly. I hope that man gets his money. I sincerely do. They'll settle and he'll get something. But speaking of who may have to settle, even Kenya's friends are turning against her. Kenya Moore's friend, Akilah Coleman, wife of a football player, said, "I'll let men give y'all the download, baby. This was a tea party, and I need to go home and shower because I just witnessed a lot of disgusting things." And Moneta said, "I'm clutching my imaginary pearls, y'all." Now, they were at Kenya's hair care spa launch, and that's what they're referring to, saying they saw disgusting things there. Kenya, I think you did that. I just hope that girl don't sue you, because then you'll be in debt news. But I guess this is debt news. Dream Doll says she wants her natural body back and wants to reverse her BBL. I need them to just come up with head transplants so we can call it a day. I can't imagine what type of hokey pokey is this. You put your ass in, you take your ass out, you put a new ass in, then you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you get and your mouth looks like a trout. That's what it's all about. That's what this heifer's doing. She put her ass in, she put her ass. I mean, what? I'm sorry. I can't. It's very interesting now that everybody wants to go back to the way we were. That's why I stayed the way I am. I'm going to try to lose some weight naturally. I don't want to take that Ozempic or Wegovy and then won't be able to shit for 6 days or end up looking like Marlo. Them people look half dead. I don't want that. And don't eat it. But speaking of wants and needs, Bootsy is slamming a racist prosecutor because he says he's being targeted and indicted on new gun charges weeks after a separate gun case was dropped. Bootsy, you always stay getting caught with guns. Aren't you a felon? They don't want you with guns. I would be worried about insulin. Why do you have guns, but your fans have to cash app you insulin? I'm waiting for your answer. Every bullet could be a CC. I mean, I'm not trying to keep you alive, but Jesus. And in sweet Jesus news, we finally got to see the full fight with Jocelyn and Amber Rose. And I guess BET decided to show Amber Rose as a violent thug. And that's what Amber Rose looked like. I have never seen Jocelyn get her ass whipped. That wasn't whooped, that was whipped. It was quick, it was swift. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. I mean, Jocelyn barely got a lick in. You got your ass whooped. Amber she wasn't about that talk, she was about that action. I can't believe it. I mean, I just saw Amber landing haymaker after haymaker. Such good tea. But I think that this is definitely something that Jocelyn deserved. Jocelyn, now I'm not saying I'm ever on Amber Rose's side, but JoJo had this ass whooping coming. She had it coming. I know Carly Red got a good laugh. Mimi got a good laugh. I don't know if her and K. Michelle ever fought, because K. Michelle has won most of her fights too. But it's good to see that, even the mighty can fall. Oh. And from fall to high, Macy Gray says, I'm a cocaine and booze kind of gal. Hold the marijuana. Macy, there are some things you just don't need to tell us, because we already know the way you played the crack hole. You seem familiar with the substance, like you'd had more than a dusting. So, girl, we know. We can hear the crack in your voice, literally. Because I know now Whitney said, crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. But Heifer, I ain't believing that shit out of you. No, ma'am. And in more no ma'am news, Drea De Matteo reveals her 13-year-old son edits her OnlyFans photos. What is it with white people and the cest? You know what cest. I need them to cease the cest. Oh, God. And speaking of God, Kim Burrell apologized to the LGBTQIA community at the Stellar Awards. I want to be the first to say, you lying fat bitch. You lying, worthless fat bitch. The only thing you've ever done right is hit a note. But the thing is, you can't sing in Jesus' name because you have a foul heart and a soiled mind. I hate you. And you're worth hating. Oh, sick piece of shit. Oh. And in sick piece of shit news, There is a report that I first heard it from, shout out to the Real Andy of Beverly Hills show on YouTube. He said at the around the 22-minute mark in his video, Mary Cosby is leaving her husband. He apparently has some good sources, y'all, where they have picked cameras back up. The season had wrapped. They picked cameras back up, because Mary is tired of I don't know if it's the coot stench or the fact that she was groomed for this idiot. But she is supposedly leaving, and they're filming with Angie and another hussy. I think the new heifer. I would think it'll be interesting. Maybe Mary will tell us some secrets. They won't be Floridian, but they'll still be secrets. I'm looking forward to it. What I'm not looking forward to is the fact that the Kardashians have been renewed for 20 more episodes on Hulu. I don't want to refute, but I'm tired of talking about toots. I just don't want to refute, but I'm tired of talking about these toots. Everywhere you go, that familiar hole. I'm tired of the lying. I'm sorry. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. But Tyler Perry is apparently sick of us. Now, I can't say the N-word on here as much as I'd like to, but he gonna say, I'm tired of highbrow critiquing my film. Our brows could be on the floor, for all you know. Your film deserves criticism. Why is it so hard to get through your thick skull? You're bad. Does it have to travel through your girdle? Maybe it's getting caught in the elastic, along with your plot line. Ooh. And now I have to end it. Y'all think I can read? Bae. Tia Kemp. I have to I've never liked her. There's something about her veneers look infected. I think licking. It's something you're producing too much saliva. Something went wrong there. But I always thought, how can she was very mean to Charles and Netta at the interview. She really seemed like she was trying to make Charles cheat. And it's like, look, why even press that? Like, ask a little snarky question and move on. But she was really digging in. And I'm like, well, you were Rick Ross's baby mama, and he's cheated on you, not paid you, embarrassed you, had babies on you for the past 20-something years. And all you have are cheap veneers. I don't know how you're going to squawk. Pigeon head. I'm sorry, chicken head, pigeon head. Lord. But I had a newfound respect for her today. She called. I don't even know if I want to say some of this stuff on here. All I can say is everything but a child of God. I think she threw that in there too, just for good measure. I mean, girl, tore them anew and bloody. I mean, threw the kitchen sink at them. I want to know, Tia, why are you so mad at Charles and Netta? Did they hump on Rick Ross too? I mean, as big as he was, they could have been under one of his titties. He wouldn't have known. But why? Pigeon head. Let me write that down. And, pigeon heads, they definitely do go back and forth, if you know what I mean. So, but And they were unique and original insults. I mean, your skin looks like a wetsuit was a memorable one. I have to say that roast was Kaya level. I haven't heard anybody read like that since Motor Mouth Kaya. No, when I do remember one video that isn't available anymore. Ooh, where somebody really got torn a new one. I'm talking about not one of mine. I ain't never been that harsh. I'm more cerebral than ad hominem. But this was just like a book of what to call things. Oh, Miss Netta was lying on her. That's why she was mad. She was pissed. She was pissed. I'll never lie on Tia Kemp. I will say my opinion on it, though. She was going to call Gillette on him. Oh, God. I mean, the woman needs to write. Jesus. Oh, my God. But I want to thank y'all for joining me so much. And Cadillac Kimberly. Ooh, Cadillac Kimberly's Flirt and Flutter Lash Loft read. That's y'all's homework. Go check out Cadillac Kimberly. Just put in Cadillac Kimberly, Flirt and Flutter Lash Loft. That read is epic. That whenever I refer to Shay Evans. Ooh. And but Tia Kemp, go over to TikTok. It's worth it. I know some people don't want to go. You don't even have to make an account. You can just go through the website. But look up her read. Find the 3-minute version. It's amazing. Well, I'm going to see you soon for something.